Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, that's all I can say. But before I get into my review, if you're new to this channel, hello and welcome. I summarize and review the latest Bayanlış and Sensual Kapımı episodes, say what I liked, what I didn't like, what I think might happen next. If you like these kinds of videos, like, comment, share, but most importantly subscribe so we can meet on a weekly basis. I really do apologize if you might hear some background noises because people are having constructions around here, so I'm really sorry about that. As always, let's talk a little bit about the other storylines before we dive into the Eda and Serkan storyline. First, we have Erdem finding out that the relationship between Eda and Serkan was all fake, and he tells it to Leyla. While he tells it Leyla, there's another woman there and she listens to it. She tells it the whole company, so everybody is gossiping about Serkan and Eda. Serkan at first blames Engin because he was the only one that knew, but then Engin says, well, Erdem found out from the girls, and then Erdem hiding from Serkan. It was hilarious. And then Erdem also dreaming about Serkan and Eda torturing him. It was amazing. Then we also have him signing up to this dating app or something where Fifi is, because Fifi showed Melek this app while they were out eating or something, and Melek saw this guy she liked and Fifi found him on this app, and Melek wanted all the details and also the app, and Fifi was like, no, I'm only going to give you the app if I have control over it, so it won't be a disaster. And that's when Erdem found out about it, so he put up a fake profile and messaged Fifi and was really shocked that she really answered him. So I'm really interested to see if Fifi really starts a friendship with that fake person and starts talking to him, and then when they finally meet up, Erdem is standing in front of her. That would be hilarious. Then we also have Ida being really angry that her plan didn't work out, that Serkan will get back together with Selin, because when she calls Pırıl, she sees Eda in the background, so she knows that Eda didn't go to Italy, and she runs to Seyfi, and Aptakin comes, hears about the contract and that this whole thing between Serkan and Eda was all fake. So Aptakin was not really upset about the fact that there was a contract involved or a fake relationship, more so about the fact that they didn't trust him enough to let him know that this was going on. So everybody around him knew except for him, so that's why he was upset. But continuing with the Aptakin storyline, he calls this guy Kadir. So it turns out that Kadir was also involved in this whole construction accident, and he took all the blame for Aptakin and even went to prison, which was really interesting to hear. But while he was in prison, he lost touch of the orphan girl. So now Aptakin really wants to find out what happened to that girl, who she is, blah blah blah. Towards the end of the episode, we finally found, we don't really find out because we already know that it's Eda, but Aptakin finally finds out that it's Eda. He's really shocked. He can't believe it because on the pictures you only see Ayfer, and he recognized Ayfer, I believe, because there wasn't, as far as I can remember, there wasn't really a picture of Eda the way she looks now, only as a child, and in those pictures are her parents, her as a child, and Ayfer, and I think it clicked for him when he saw Ayfer. But actually, no, it clicked for him when he read Eda Yıldız, like on the birth certificate, I don't know, the information's about her, and then it cemented his suspicion that it's actually Eda that he knows when he saw Ayfer in those pictures. Aydan comes, he tells Aydan. Aydan is really shocked. Her first reaction was not, oh my god, poor girl, but the first thing she said was, oh my god, she's taking revenge. That's why she's so close to Serkan. That's why she's so close to our family, because she wants revenge for her family. But that's so far-fetched. And because Aydan told Aptakin this idea, now he's like, okay, I won't allow Serkan to be together with Eda. I think that's all with Aptakin. Then we have Selin and Ferit. So Selin finally accepted the fact that Serkan doesn't want her, he's not in love with her, and she finally accepted it and wants to cut all ties with him. She even wants to quit her job as a PR manager. He doesn't really want that because of course they know each other for a very long time and he trusts her to be his PR manager. So I kind of understand her, that she wants to keep a distance from Serkan and while doing that keep Ferit happy, because Ferit's only concern was her closeness to Serkan. So by her quitting her job, she pleases Ferit, but Ferit kind of goes missing, like he's not picking up. He wants space from her because he called her and was asking if they should meet up or something, and she's like, no, I'm at the office, but she's actually in front of her house and he's just around the corner. So he sees her lying to him, so he follows her. She goes to Serkan because Serkan said, can you please come, we have to talk. They stupidly go to the balcony or the terrace he has there next to his office. Ferit hears it because he's standing right underneath it, gets a panic attack, like a mild one. Ceren sees him, wants to take him to the hospital, and that's when he says, please keep this a secret, that you found me in this state, blah blah blah. Anyways, while Serkan and Selin are talking, she's laying it all bare. He tells her that he loves Eda, so they finally come clean, tell each other what they feel for each other or for the other person, their partner. So I kind of felt bad for Selin, but at the same time I'm like, no, you're kind of a bad person. So I'm really torn with all those characters, especially Ferit and Selin. At first I liked Ferit, then he became bad because of Khan, so now I don't like him anymore. But at the same time, when I see him witnessing all those feelings Selin has towards Serkan, I feel really bad for him. But at the same time I'm like, dude, you knew the feelings Selin had for Serkan, so why get involved in it? Anyways, that's his problem. Then I felt really sad for Selin because of this, what's it called, that you don't get the love back. There's a special word and my brain is just blanking right now, I'm really sorry. But the fact that she loves a person that doesn't love her back, it hurts a lot. So I kind of understand her sadness and why she wants to keep a distance. Oh, well, I forgot to say, Ferit actually pushed the deal with Efe, so the Italian construction guy who will appear next week. He shows the contract to Aptakin. Aptakin approves, but not the one condition that Efe actually wanted, because Efe only wants to work with them if he gets like a small percentage in the company, like in the holding. Aptakin is like, no, I didn't build this company up for every stranger to be a partner while we're working together. So I kind of understand that, who would want that? And then Ferit is like, well, I'm not family, so why did you give me the 5%? And he's like, no, you're like a son to me, blah blah blah. Anyways, now we know that Ferit has 5% shares in the holding, and also that Aptakin accepted to work with Efe. A little side note, who will play Efe? I know him from other series like Shane Damat. He looks amazing, like that guy is so handsome, and I have to say I only know him with short hair. So also the picture that they kind of introduced him to the fandom of Kapımı, like this one. So this is the picture, or how I know him, and I'm like, oh my god, this would be amazing because he looks so good and he will be such a competition for Serkan, kind of, and I really like that. But then I went to his profile and saw that he has long hair now. Like, I don't mind guys with long hair, some guys can really pull it off, but I'm like, no, why? You could have been so perfect for this role. I don't know if they want to go for the Mediterranean Italian guy, I don't know, but I don't know, I don't really like him with longer hair. And also the video, if you've seen it on Erdem's profile where they kind of introduced him to the gang, I don't like his hair. Like, this hair is driving me crazy, honestly. So I really do hope that they style it in some way. I don't know, but I changed my mind, kind of. So he will for sure be trouble, that's for sure. He will cause a lot of jealousy, and Eda working close to him, it will cause a lot of trouble, which I'm here for. Honestly, I love that. But for him to have that long hair, like, oh please, like, you could have been so handsome with that shorter hair, and like being like, Serkan, I can take that girl away from you, kind of. Yeah, that was just a little side note. Where was I? Oh yeah, Ferit showing Aptakin the contract, blah blah blah, to work with Efim. And then we also have this scene where Ferit and Selin are out shopping, and Selin sees Serkan and Eda being all coupley, being all adorable in this cafe, and Serkan leaning over and caressing her and just being adorable, and Selin sees it, so she gets really emotional, and I really felt bad for her. So yeah, was there anything else? Selin talking to Pırıl about their problems with men, like Selin with Serkan and Pırıl with Engin. Then moving on to the Engin, Pırıl, Ceren storyline. So Ceren comes to apologize. They kind of like, her and Pırıl kind of become friends, and Ceren confesses that she sees Engin only as a friend and that she wanted to make Pırıl jealous because Engin is in love with her, and that kind of softens Pırıl up. Engin is actually watching them, and when they hug, he smashes the mark. So Engin is really shocked. Then both of them go downstairs to Engin. Engin tries to hide his shock and mask it by working, and then Engin kind of complimenting Pırıl and Pırıl not really getting it, and Ceren saying, well, he complimented her. So Pırıl invites Engin to dinner, and Engin is like, well, I will take care of it, blah blah blah. And then only him and Ceren are in the office. Ceren apologizes for everything. She really does hope that they will stay friends, so they're back to being friends. Everybody is happy. Then Ceren goes to Serkan to tell him about the fact that they won the lawsuit against those who stole the chandelier design, and she also tells him that they're compensating really well, and he tells her to donate that money to the orphanage Eda worked at. Then we have the Engin and Pırıl dinner. So Engin put some fairy lights and ordered some food, so basically they're in his office, and then Pırıl just wanting to talk and talk about feelings, and he's really awkward, and then Pırıl goes in for a kiss, and then she's really awkward after that, so she's like, don't follow me or something like that, and I was like, what did you just do? I don't know what to say about that couple. I kind of like them, but I kind of feel like Ceren fits more with Engin. I really do want to see Ceren with Engin in the future. Is there anything else? I don't think so. So I think we can move on to the Eda and Serkan storyline. So in my last review, I was like, that expression that Serkan had after the kiss, I was like, what was that? When he was like, so it turns out he was surprised that Eda didn't push him away, and then he asks her what she feels for him, and she's like, I will tell you when the right time comes, and he's so impatient. It's adorable, really, but he doesn't mind, so he accepts to wait. And then she gets all panicky because she missed her flight, and then he takes her hand, they go for a walk. Oh no, before going for a walk, he actually says, don't go, or otherwise I will come with you. And then she's really confused why he said that, and then he tells her that he will go to Italy in 2 months, so that way they can go together. And then he takes her hand and they go for a walk, and then he drives her home. She wants him to stop further back so Ayfer doesn't see him, and he's like, why not, blah blah blah. So she's like, please let me calm her down first because she thinks that I'm in Italy, and then just when the right time comes, blah blah blah. And then Serkan asks her if she regrets not going to Italy because he doesn't want to be the person, like again, the person to destroy her dreams. And then she answers him, Italy is not cancelled, just postponed. And then Eda also tells him that he should go talk to Selin because she confessed everything, so Selin knows about the contract. And that's when Serkan says, I don't have any feelings for Selin, the problem is Ferit. So I'm really interested, what is it about Ferit? Like, was there something else before the story we know began? That would be really interesting to find out. Oh yeah, what I forgot to say is the fact that Selin tells Pırıl when they have this chat together that this whole relationship between Eda and Serkan was fake, and that's when Pırıl finds out about it. And what I thought was really adorable was the fact that Serkan wouldn't let Eda go home unless she tells him what she feels for him, and her answer is a kiss on the cheek, and he really liked that, and then she walks off, and he calls her back because she forgot her suitcase in his trunk. So when he gives her the suitcase, he leans in like, I want another kiss. it was so adorable. So then Eda goes inside, everybody is shocked, kind of happy that she is back. Ayfer is like, well, I thought you were in Italy, blah blah blah, and she's like, no, I will go there in 2 months. So Ayfer gets kind of angry at her mother that she didn't keep her promise, or that she didn't help Eda to go to Italy. But when the mother calls Ayfer, she tells her that Eda actually called the university, that she postponed this whole trip and will be there in 2 months. So it wasn't really the old lady's fault. And that's when Ayfer kind of puts 2 and 2 together, that it was all because of Serkan. Because Eda wanted to tell them everything, and Ayfer is like, please don't tell me it has something to do with Serkan Bolat. So I don't want to hear this name in this house ever again. And then they have dinner, and Eda keeps messaging Serkan, and an old client of Ayfer's calls her that she needs to do like this special order at that time, and Ayfer is like, okay, I will do it because I know you for so long. And that's the chance for Eda to go to Serkan. So she's like, I will take care of it, I will do it. So she goes, does the flower bouquet, but in the meantime messages Serkan to meet up, and that's when they go for a walk, go to that cafe. And also Eda telling him that it's the first time she's going for a walk with a guy like that. So it was really, really adorable. And then they go to that cafe where Selin sees them together. Eda and Serkan in this episode, they were so adorable, especially Serkan being so touchy-feely, being all loved up. It was so weird to see him, but it was so nice. Then the next day, Eda wants to go have breakfast with Serkan, but she can't really go out because Ayfer will know. So Ayfer is like, will you go to the flower shop? She's like, no. And then Ayfer tries to hypnotize her like she did with Melek, and she was really close, but Melek barges in, and then this whole hypnosis stuff, whatever was going on, breaks, and Eda walks away. In the meantime, Serkan makes breakfast. Oh no, before that, like the night before, Aydan goes and sees Serkan really happy, so she thinks that it's because of Selin. He's like, no, but Seyfi kind of notices it, that it's because of Eda, and it gets confirmed the next morning when he's also there, like Aydan talking badly about Eda, like, I'm so happy that she's finally gone, blah blah blah. Serkan sees Eda coming. Eda hides behind a tree. Seyfi sees Eda, so he's really happy. Oh my god, like Serkan is back together with Eda, so he's really shipping them. And then Serkan trying to get rid of Aydan and telling her, the next time you come, can you please let me know, so she can't just barge in. And then Seyfi kind of hiding Eda from Aydan's side. It was just amazing. Then we have Eda and Serkan having breakfast inside because they don't want to risk Aydan seeing them. Eda was really quiet, and he's even asking her, why are you so shy around me? And then she's like, well, it's really strange to behave like this, even though we've known each other for so long. And then Serkan is like, well, we have to overcome the shyness by sharing our feelings. And then him getting all close to her, whispering in her ear, kissing her cheek. I'm like, oh my god, Serkan, like, I didn't really expect him to be so romantic, so touchy-feely, so cute. Then we have Eda and Serkan going to the company. Serkan giving Eda an ultimatum, saying that she has time to talk about her feelings until tonight, otherwise he will make her tell him what she feels for him. And then they go inside, see that everybody is gossiping, her doing her job, wanting a ruler or something, him being really close, showing her what to do, blah blah blah, like really adorable. I loved it. Oh, also before that, Ayfer calling Eda, asking her where she is. Eda confessing that she's at Art Life. Ayfer being really angry because she thinks that Eda is being manipulated by Serkan, but Eda tells her that she needs to be professional. There's still a project she hasn't finished, so she wants to finish that work. So Ayfer kind of consoles that thought of Eda being close to Serkan by the fact that Eda is just trying to be professional. Then we have Ayfer coming to Art Life, and it was so awkward because Ayfer was calling Serkan Serkan Bey, and he's like, no, you can call me just Serkan. And then he's like, well, everybody calls me just Serkan. And then Leyla comes and she's like, Serkan Bey. It was so chaotic. And then Serkan and Ayfer start talking about Italy. That's when Eda faints, and then Aydan is like, if Eda came back just because of you, I will take her and go away with her. But if she's really here just for work and she will go to Italy in 2 months, then I'm at peace and we'll go home. And then Serkan says she will go to Italy, I promise it, and that he understands Ayfek's anger, but he will repeat himself like the first time they met. He won't let anything happen to Eda. And then Eda wakes up and asks him what he was talking to Ayfek while she was out, and he tells her about Italy, blah blah blah, and she seemed kind of disappointed that it wasn't him confessing his feelings to Ayfek. He then tells her that she's really addictive and them being all adorable together, and then Selin comes and tells Serkan that Aptakin accepted the contract with Efe, and Serkan wasn't really amused by that. Then we also have this adorable scene where Eda kind of sneaked out of the house to go to Serkan to spend some time with him. They cook together, and then they're on the couch, her telling him that she wants to remember those moments forever, and then him telling her that the only way kind of to get rid of her fainting when she's stressed is for her to do sports with him. He asks her, what do you want to do? And she says boxing and horseback riding, so I'm sure we will see them doing that in the near future. And then Eda telling Serkan that he's a very romantic robot, and then he asks her to confess finally, and she's like, no, you do first. And then he's like, I'm madly in love with you, and then she's like, the feelings are mutual. And I'm like, oh my god, like that scene was adorable. And then him telling her that he has a surprise for her because her last name is Yıldız, so star, so he named a star after her, I believe, and then he shows her the star, so it's near Sirius, and it was just so adorable, like I couldn't cope. And then after that they kiss and it starts raining, and I was like, oh my god, like, oh my god, perfection. And then the wedding day comes, so Selin gets ready, she looks really pretty. Ferit is not ready, so only when Selin tells him that she's sure of it, blah blah blah, he gets ready, which was kind of petty in my opinion. She then signs documents, and I was like, what is that? Is that a prenup? But it turns out that it's actually a contract between her and Efe, so she sold Efe her shares. I was like, oh my god, girl, what did you do? What did you do? So the only way she's connected to the holding is through Ferit, like through his 5% shares. So I'm really interested how Serkan will handle the news. Also Aptakin, what will they say about the fact that Selin sold her shares? This will be very interesting. Anyways, the wedding happens, everybody is there. Serkan kind of being tortured by Eda, so he's not really able to touch her, to kiss her, to hug her, which was like, oh my god. Anyways, so Selin says yes, and then they ask Ferit, will you marry Selin, whatever her name is? And then he's like, I can't do this. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I've never seen a guy saying he can't do it, because normally it's always the woman who runs off, like the runaway bride, but now it was the runaway groom, and I didn't really understand it. And then him being like, I can't marry a woman who still has feelings or is in love with another man, I can't do this. And Selin is reassuring him that it's not that, like she's sure of Ferit, she wants to marry him. When he stormed off, I felt so bad for her because she felt so humiliated, and really, even though I don't really like Selin, I felt so bad for her. And then her storming off to him, and then Serkan going off to Selin, and I was like, because I kind of feel that Serkan had a feeling that it was about him, so he wants to reassure Ferit that there's nothing between him and Selin, just my opinion. And then Eda is left standing there, and that's the end. And I was like, thank God we have a trailer. So first we see Eda wanting to tell Serkan the truth about Eda and who she is, but Aptakin is not allowing it. He also says that he's not allowing Serkan to be in a relationship with Eda. So Aptakin is a new obstacle for Serkan and Eda. Then Eda telling somebody, I believe Jaran, that she thinks that it's love between her and Serkan, where I'm like, yes, it is love, finally. You accept your feelings. So then we have Serkan staring at the floor, kind of shocked, I don't know, close to crying. Ooh, maybe they're in a hospital. Maybe something happens. Maybe something happens to Eda. I don't know. Or maybe Aptakin. I don't know. It's like somebody will land in the hospital, that's for sure. Because it will be too stupid of them to kind of tell Serkan already who Eda is. Like that Aptakin has a connection with Eda kind of. So I think that will drag on for longer. But then we also see Eda and Serkan at some place. Like I didn't recognize that place. But boy oh boy, do we see some frisky moments. And I'm like, yes! Like we get some amazing stuff from Serkan and Eda. But because the Turkish media world is so let's not show anything, so we have a lot of veil, a lot of curtain there. So I'm like, I just want to take a peek. Like, can't you just move those curtains out of the way, because I want to see them, even though it sounds really creepy. But like, that's what keeps us alive, seeing Serkan and Eda together, and especially that close together. If they don't show it on TV, can you please release the footage like without the curtains, or a director's cut version on the internet? That would be great in my opinion. But yeah, is there anything else I can say? Like, I don't think that there will be a wedding soon, or maybe after Serkan talks to Ferit, he kind of accepts it, so he remarries Selin. Anyways, I hope I didn't forget anything. If I did, I'm really sorry. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this amazing episode, what you think might happen next. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Ring that bell to be notified whenever I post something, and I will see you next time. Bye!